Talking Nachos is a true nacho plate of toppings to increase success, decrease stress, and reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside. I'm ready for my next guest when my teams are up. So Brandon Collier, a famous name inside of the dental world. So honored to have you as part of what we're doing. We've talked about crying inside as dentists, and you really, help dentists prevent career disaster. Also, catalyze them to career success. It's not only avoiding disaster, but Brandon, tell us what you do on a daily basis to help dentists.
Well, Paul, thanks for having me. I'm a big admirer of yours.
Thanks.
And I should say, as are my associates, Eric Melanie and Sean Cote, who love you. And
Eric did a post about a dog. It was the most popular post you had on Nachos, right? He went viral. How to do composites? Boring. Show me your dog.
I know.
8,000 comments. That's a great way.
That's what people are looking for, apparently.
Yeah.
But again, thanks for having me. What I do on a daily basis is a mix of things. You guys know us, I think, through our corporate law practice, where we represent dentists and specialists throughout the country in practice transitions. We do lots of practice appraisals. We represent sellers, we represent buyers, associates, employers, doctors selling to DSOs, traditional sales. And we've been at this, for 50 years. Yeah. I've been alive for 51 years, so I've not been doing it entirely. I'm now the third owner of the practice, but our law practice really grew out of the American Dental Association in the early 70s. The founder was the general counsel of the ADA, left to start this law firm. And what I end up doing primarily is working through our consulting company, which is a newsletter business in continuing education courses and setting up retirement plans for clients. So I travel a lot during the year, putting on seminars. I write a biweekly newsletter, teaching doctors how to save on their taxes, teaching them about investing and investments, how you can do much of this yourself. You're certainly smart enough to understand investing and to be able to set up a portfolio, get good growth long-term, avoid expensive management fees. It's a very kind of Buffett Bogle-esque approach to teaching investing. And a lot of what I do is just try to provide good, sound, unbiased advice as if I was sitting in the audience wanting to learn about tax saving strategies, investing, setting up a retirement plan, family on the payroll, Roth IRAs for kids. I mean, you name it. A bunch of what I do is talk people out of the promotional stuff that's pitched to them.
Yeah. Investing,
insurance, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I love that you do that. You're giving people responsible information to do better. One of the questions, the topics of what you talk about are toppings inside of our dental nachos world are really the hottest ones. Tax savings, partnerships. One thing I want to ask you, I'll role model. What do I wish more people knew about the dentist is that how important it is to go to consistent maintenance visits, right? Going 3 times a year to get your teeth cleaned will prevent you from bigger problems later. So many of our patients ignore their hygiene visits and then have 5-figure dental problems that could have been prevented with 3-figure hygiene visits. What do you wish more dentists knew? If you could give our audience sort of this is important to pay attention to. It could be in the tax savings world, because you probably deal with dentists on a daily basis who say this, I wish I had known about this sooner. And is there anything that comes to mind that you could kind of share with our audience?
So yes, how come they didn't teach us this in dental school?
Right.
Whether it's practice management or understanding taxes or just learning how to save and invest. And when you talk to people at seminars who've been in practice for 20 years and they're saying, I've sort of been at the mercy of outside advisors selling me their financial products only to learn that I should have had more self-confidence. I get it. If you're a doctor, you have an interest in healthcare, not finance, but maybe there ought to be a little more time crammed into the busy dental curriculum to teach a little bit about basic financial management. It would save a lot of people a lot of grief and aggravation and a lot of money.
Love that.
Over time.
It's something you need to learn along with learning how to shoot the basketball. You need to learn how to dribble. It's not these things that exist of learn how to dribble a basketball for 4 years and people will teach you how to pass later. You're not equipped to play the game. And sadly, brilliant people who are dentists at times, in one way, have made incredibly foolish mistakes because no one has given them the information that literally you can read in a Collier newsletter in under 3 minutes sometimes. And it's kind of like we just had it's the little things, right? It's the little things of those. I always say this, they're not a sponsor, but I'd love anyone to get AHA as a sponsor. That is our AHA moment with Brandon Collier. Pay attention to financial management early. And I would say this, Brandon, to the new dentists watching, you got to find the information on your own if Dental Stool isn't going to teach it to you. But there's Dental Nachos, there's podcasts, there's Mark Costas and his group that I'm part of. They're awesome sponsors. So, I mean, what you're doing, there's information out there that you can get for free to learn. So I really appreciate you being part of that solution.
Appreciate you too. Thanks so much.
As we wrap up, people can text attorney to connect with you. Eric is great. Oh, bring Brandon back one more time. I want to ask him, bring him back up. People can text attorney to meet with your team. Eric's been awesome. I'm going to meet the other ones. If someone wanted to reach out to you directly for any reason, Brandon, as the head of this firm, what would be the best way for them to reach out to you?
2 ways. One is info@collieradvisors.com.
Cool.
And the other is our main phone line, 216-765-1199.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate supporting our community and helping dentists do better. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Paul.
Awesome. As we wrap up here, bring up our Job Connect text again. You can reach out to us at dentistjobconnect.com to help bond with an associate dentist find a job. To all the people on today, we so appreciate you supporting our Dental Nachos community as sponsors. We could not do what we do without you. And I do hope, as much as I love this amazing virtual world, that you come to Philadelphia, the birthplace of our nation, for fun, food, and friends at one of our events. Check out dentalnachos.com to do that.